Good Thursday evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? We're surviving lockdown. Yeah? Any spouses buried in the backyard yet? Not yet here either. Not yet. Okay, so tonight I'm going to try an ocean pour on a beautiful, beautiful piece of wood from my wood guy. And I'm doing it in transparent colors. So I have made Lake Ontario transparent, and I have used Baja Blue for the darker ocean color. Hopefully it is a bit darker. We are using, this isn't transparent, we are going to try the winter white to see if we can get the foamy waves. And I'm going to add a touch of the silver, and I put it in resin to see if it will just give it the bubbles, that little bit of a silvery shimmer that it looks like when the sun hits the water on the beach. If this doesn't work, then I'll just put the silver on directly. But that's what we're going to try tonight. So fingers crossed, because like I said, I think it was in my last video, that I've just been up and down with, I do not suffer from depression, but I get up and down when in the winter, in February, I start to get what is called February blues to me. And, I get through it. It's no big deal, but it just drains you. Well, this going right from February, when I started to think things were better, into quarantine now, just kind of brought it back a little bit. But I think the weather is changing. It's spring in Ontario, Canada, and it rained today, this morning, but the skies cleared up because they're calling for the next 3 days to be really, really nice. So fingers crossed that they are. So let's get started on this and see what we can do. Oh, and bear with me because I'm trying a new stand for my camera, and I'm hoping that it works without dropping you right off. So hopefully you can see it ends right here. Let's move it a bit. That's, nothing major. This, I think, will be where the beach area is going to be, but I'm not adding any sand. I'm letting the wood be the color. So what I'm going to do is start with, let's start with the lighter color. Let's start with my Lake Ontario, which is now going to be an ocean, not the lake. And I'm just going to put it up here and bring it down. And I will just use my hands. Let's bring it down, do my edges, bring it down a bit, do the edges. You know how I like to do my live edges, even if I'm doing, leaving some of the board wood, which I'm not this time. I will take the clear and just go along the edges, because with live edge, as it dries out over time, those edges will peel off and chip off, and I don't like that. Plus, I also love how they look all shined up. the live edge is just so pretty. Okay, so now the darker blue, it's going right along the bottom as much as I can get out. And I'm going to spread it down and out. Now the colors are very, very subtle, but that's okay because I'm hoping once I get the white on there, it will definitely show that this is supposed to be an ocean pour, but we will see, right? There's a lot of live edge to this board. It's beautiful. And that's going to be clear. If I have to do a clear coat over top of this, which I probably will, that's no big deal either. So, okay, I'm going to take a piece of paper towel and some alcohol and clean off my hands. Because now I'm going to put some white on. And then silver over that. So I'm going to have the waves coming up to the beach. So in both these directions. And let's see, I'm going to heat that up, blow it around a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely going to need a second coat because it's wanting to thin out a bit. I just used enough resin this time. Usually I have way too much and can make molds and stuff, but not this time. Okay, so before I continue, I'm going to put clear where the sand, it's supposed to look like sand, and that'll push some of that back. Now I don't want it to go too far over, so I'm just going to blow from a bit of a distance so that it looks like the water. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to put in a few little, up here where they're out of the way, little shells where they would be out of the way on the serving platter. Can you see that? Yeah. And over here, there's a broken piece of shell. There's a nice one of those. I like the shape of those ones. And how about, there we go. I love these ones too. There. And if I have another one of those, which I do, let's put it up here. And now what I'm going to do, because I like doing this once in a while, I'm going to get a little tiny pearl. Little tiny pearl. Put a little bit of resin on the pearl. And sit it inside this shell. Okay, it doesn't want to come off my finger. There we go. Oh, here we go. I'm going to add a little tiny bit of clear over that. A little bit of clear over these shells. And a little bit of the white to make it look like the water came up and over the shells. Not so much around that one. That one is just perfect the way it is. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm definitely going to need a second coat, just a clear coat, because it wants to pull away from the wood. Is so super smooth, and I don't like, because I don't worry about bubbles with the resin, my resin, but I don't like to seal solid wood like this because it's so beautiful that I do not want. And yes, I know polyacrylic doesn't, it dries clear. It doesn't do the same for me. It's just who I am, my choice, nobody else's. So if it means I have to put a second clear coat over top, then I don't mind one little bit. And that is what I'll do. And I am going to leave this just like this. It turned out the way I was hoping it would. I wish, and we won't really know until it's dry, if there is a difference in the two blues, if you can see a color difference in the two blues. But like I said, I won't know until it's dry and it's more sunlight than fake light. But there we go. So that was simple and easy. And tomorrow I will do a clear coat over it in the morning, and I'll be able to take pictures of it in the evening. Now, I'm wondering, do I want to just leave it as a serving board, or do I want to make it a serving board with handles? And the handles I would use, yeah, that's my boys barking. Somebody walking by on the street innocently, and they're like, come on, come play, come play. Do I want to use the little fish handles? Would that be cute, nice, tacky? Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going for it, guys. I'm going for it. You will see. Okay, you need to be more in the center of this, like that. I'll put some clear around you because there's not a lot. You need to be, oops, in the center of this. Both of you facing inwards, so you're in a different direction. That's okay. but your fin is on the top. So there we go. Okay. So you need to come out a little bit. There you go, right there. Are you centered? There. Perfect. Okay, and now I will take some clear and just go around your base. I know I'm going to be doing a second coat on you tomorrow, but I just want to, oops, without banging you, make sure you got some hold tonight since there's not a lot of resin on this board. Good? Still good? Still good? Good? We're good. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. We got some fish handles. We got a transparent ocean happening here. We got some seashells, and we've got a pearl. So there you go. That was our fun piece for tonight. I will clear coat it in the morning, take pictures for you in the afternoon when it's at least cured enough for me to pick up. And there we go. So we have a challenge going on in our group. It is a pastel color challenge because it's spring and we all need to see some beauty right now to bring up our spirits. It can be in resin, it can be in inks, it can be in watercolors, it can be in acrylic, it can be on a board, a canvas, in a mold, whatever you'd like. The prize obviously is going to be pigments. So get over to our group if you'd like to enter. It's Resin Artists Without Borders, and we are having a lot of fun. Don't forget, if you're from the group members, to send your creation to me in a PM, because then I post them all at once. No one knows whose they are, so we can't be picking favorites. And then there'll be one winner. So I will put them all up on the final day. It's all written in the group in one of our posts, and it will tell you how it goes. So they'll all be posted at once on one day, and then everybody has a few days to vote. Oh, good Lord. I am not going to complain that I can't go to the hairdresser, but seriously, oh, dear. My oldest daughter, oh God, I love her to pieces, Amanda. We were talking the other day, and we were just joking, like, shave it all off. And we're both, yeah, no. Well, the very next day, I get a picture. I get my other daughter sending me messages. Did you see what Mandy did? Did you see what Mandy did? And she sends me a picture. She shaved it all off. Her beautiful, long, curly, thick, blonde hair, she shaved off. And I'm actually so proud of her. Good for her. It'll grow back. It's only hair, and it actually looks so good on her. Seriously, she looks fabulous. She's got a very round face, and she looks really fabulous. My only question, because I've heard of this happening, she has wavy curly hair like I do. I know you can't tell right now because I blew dry it straight, and now at the end of the day, it's not even straight anymore because the curl does take over. Anyway, is her hair going to grow back curly, or will it grow back straight? I've heard, like, Terry Fox, wasn't it Terry Fox? And I know that was chemotherapy, and that might have a big difference, make the difference, but he had straight hair. And when it grew back, it was curly. So we'll wait and see. Wait and see what happens. So anyway, guys, you have a wonderful, I know it's only Thursday, but you have a wonderful weekend. Get creative. Do your pastel works for me. Send them to me. Stay as happy and sane as you possibly can. Be kind. Be kind. That's all we need, guys. There's going to be, after this, there's going to be some major changes, and you know it. We're not going back to the norm. We're going to have to get used to the new norm. And that is okay, as long as everybody is being kind to each other and realizing we're all going through the same thing. It's not just happening to you or to you. It doesn't care if you're black, white, or blue. What your religion is, this is happening to all of us. Every single one on earth, this is happening to. Every single one on earth. Think about that. Every single one on earth. Not just you. Bye, guys.